And it is a live show, so it's good. We like it. What can we say, you know? It's all perfect. I am choosing spontaneity today. Yes, so there we go. I like it, right? It's so great. Okay, I found one of my favorite jokes, and you guys, if you remember it, don't say the punchline, okay? All right, the holy and unholy parrots. Do you remember this one? Maybe not. Okay. A lady goes to see her priest one day and tells him, "Father, I have a problem. I have 2 female parrots, and they only know how to say one thing." "What do they say?" the priest inquired. "They say, 'Hi, we're hookers. Do you want to have some fun?'" "Isn't that awful?" the woman laments. "That's obscene," the priest exclaimed. Then he thought for a moment. "You know," he said, "I may have a solution to your problem. I have 2 male parrots who talk, and I have taught them to pray and read the Bible." He said, "Bring your 2 parrots over to my house, and we'll put them in the cage with Francis and Job. My parrots can teach your parrots to praise and worship God, and your parrots are sure to stop saying that indecent phrase. In no time." "Thank you," the woman responded. "This may very well be the solution." The next day, the woman brought her female parrots to the priest's house. As he ushered the woman in, she saw his 2 male parrots, Francis and Job, were inside the cage holding rosary beads, little parrots, okay, get the image, and actually praying, their pious little faces upturned toward heaven, with beaks moving slightly as they prayed intently to the Lord. That image. Okay, very impressed. The woman walked over and placed her parrots inside the cage with these very devout parrots. After a few minutes, sure enough, the female parrots cried out in unison, "Hi, we're hookers. Do you want to have some fun?" A long moment of silence ensued. Shocked, one male parrot looked over to the other male parrot and exclaimed, "Put the beads away, Frank. Our prayers have been answered." That's better. I've seen it not embellished so much. You will never look at parrots the same again. All right? Frank and Job. All right? That's great. It is so great. Oh, well, as always, you know, I create a talk title, and it was similar to "You Are Unique, but You Are One of a Kind." And I thought about how, you know, we are one of a kind, and that we all have our different gifts and our skills. But a lot of times we discount that we have this incredible talent and that we have gifts. You know, like Mark is already a jazz guitarist extraordinaire, okay? And so what I was thinking as I was driving up, and I thought, what do we have as a gift, you know, that we already have that people say, "Gosh, I wish I could play the guitar like Mark," or "I wish I could sing like Mark," or "I wish I could paint like Diana." And it's like, what do we have that we are discounting? Because a lot of times we have this gift and we discount it, and we don't even accept that beauty that we are. So I have a story, and I wanted to share this with you. I was overseeing my friend Sandy, and she's the one that has survived the cancer of her lung, and they took the lung out, and then she was up in, I can't remember, at a beach area, and she fell and shattered her leg. So now she's in a cast, like here. They had to put plates in her knee and her ankle, and I was just holding her hand and going, "You know what? You are amazing, because look at how you're getting through this." She goes, "Yeah, at first I was really mad. Now I'm just bored." Because she has to stay home with it. Anyway, I was over there, and I met a gal who was the facilitator for a church in Pasadena. And I go, oh, I immediately thought of Denise with her little hat on. And so we were starting to talk about what was going on at their church, and people didn't want to volunteer, and they were having trouble with money, and then they had this person in the office that was a negative Nelly, and he was a pain in the buns, and people would come on Sunday, and he'd be to people, and as she's sharing all this, I'm like, oh, thank God for Center of the Heart, because as I'm comparing it, I'm thinking, I have this amazing gal in the office, Roxy. We are, we're managing our money so much better than when I first walked in here. So, 10 years ago, it was a challenge, but it was also a challenge because we had a lot of extra grace required people. Do you know who they are? Extra grace requires, meaning they are a real pain in the, okay? So they are extra grace required. So what I did, I said to this gal, and I know this doesn't seem very, very reverend-like, and here's what I did. So I stepped in here and I said, this isn't working. These kind of people, they just not working at the center of the heart. So we're going to do one thing. Oh, and I did this at La Crescenta too. So, let me share the La Crescenta story. So we had a music director and he was singing show tunes and I'm like, oh, Lord, have mercy. So what we did, my friend and I, we took hands and we said, we're going to surround this person in love and light, and we're praying him into a better expression of who he is. And sure enough, he left and got a better position, and we got Karen Mitchell. And at that point, she was not embracing her gift, and she's this incredible singer-songwriter. She's been up here one time. You guys don't know her, but she already has 2 albums out. And it's great. And she actually did the song, My Good is My God is My Good. That's the person that wrote that song. So we were able to pray. And we're not saying pray him out because we have hate or anger toward him. So I'm telling you this little technique. Because if you're somebody at work or there's a situation in your family, send them love and light and pray them into a better expression of who they are. Because what we can do at that point is then have them go someplace where they're more compatible, where they're going to be able to enjoy their gifts, because this place, or at La Crescenta, wasn't that guy's place. It just wasn't. He didn't fit, and it didn't work, and so we actually was able to grow the music from there. Now, here, we had some individuals, okay. So I got up here, and this gal in Pasadena says to me, so, Rev, maybe you should come over to our place. Oh! And I'm going to tell you something. I would never do that. You know why? Because wherever you go as the new person, you are the bad guy, and you are not going to be loved and cherished at the new place. I'm just saying. Because you go to a new job, you go to a new situation, and individuals do not like change. It's nothing to do with me or anybody else that steps into that. So I said to her, you've got an individual there, and I said, God bless him. And I said, how old is this guy that's doing the office? And he goes, in his 70s. I said, what? And so now he's starting to say, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't do this, I don't do that. And I said, time to pray him into a better expression of who he is. And so do you know what this man is great at? He's a phenomenal singer. So it would give him the ability to get his buns out of that center and go and sing, right? And so sometimes we get stuck, and he's stuck in his negativity, and that would expand his heart, his mind, and his soul. Wouldn't that be a great thing? So that really is what I was thinking about, all of that. But as I was talking to this woman, I looked at the center. Over the last 10 years, we have a very beautiful, simpatico group right now. We have people that are willing to serve. We have people that are willing to tithe. We have people that are willing to open up this center. Then I started, as I was talking about all the things that we do very successfully at our place, and comparing it to their place. I'm like, there is no way I would leave here. I'm going to tell you why. We have created a vortex of, I'm going to say, mysticism, spirituality, right? And you feel it. We have also created a very powerful, successful business here. And what I mean by that is that we're able to get out into the community and share our gifts of the people that we bring in, the intuitive fair, all the things that we do. And I looked at what we do, and it's not that I didn't want to move, and that would be close to my house. Who cares? Because you know what I love here is all of you and all the people here and our community and what we have here. It's beautiful. So I thought as I'm driving up, instead of bitching and moaning and complaining, right? You have your bracelet on, Bob? Okay. So there's a bracelet that says a complaint-free world, and he has to snap it every time he thinks negatively. But what I'm saying is that as I was talking to this woman, I got into a place of gratitude. And I went into a space of, wow, am I lucky to have the individuals here, to have this community, to be in Santa Barbara, to have all the gifted individuals. And as I'm looking around this room, I see each and every one of you and your gifts and your talents, but do you know your gifts and talents? That's the thing. So I thought, instead of lamenting about what we don't have, and I'm not good enough at singing, I'm not good enough at dancing, I'm not good enough at this and that, what are we good at that we know we are extraordinary? And do you all have that, but yet you downplay it? Do you downplay it? And I looked at what I do, and I got gratitude for myself. And what we don't do in our society, we don't honor ourselves, we don't love ourselves, we don't embrace that beauty that we are. As Ernest Holmes says, we are all unique, we are one of a kind. And as I look at each and every one of you, you are so beautiful, perfect song, George, really, it really is. Because for each person in here, and I'm getting chills, I see your gift, and I see who you are and what you contribute to the world. And I've said that a million times, but what a boring world we would have, wouldn't it? If we didn't have all these unique personalities, all our gifts, all our talents, it would be a very boring place. So I wanted you to look at, what is it that you have in your life, and what is it that you lament about? What is it that you complain about? Do y'all have something that you complain about? Okay? So it's so I want you to do 3 things. One is, what do you love about your face? I'm going to have you do a little self-love. I know, Denise is laughing. Don't you love something about your face, huh?
I love my nose.
There you go. What do you love about your face? What do you love about your face? Shout it out. What do you love about your face? Your eyes, okay. I like my nose. I actually like my ears because they're going like that, okay? So it's and I look and then I go, oh, I like my cheekbones. Some more. What else do you like about your face? Your cheekbones? Okay. What else do you like about your face?
Smile.
Your smile. Oh, that, absolutely, Bob, the smile. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, now we're going to move to your body. This is where our Western culture is horrible about body image. Because you look in the mirror and you go, I'm too fat, I'm too this, I'm too that. Ugh. So anyway, what we did in a class that I took, we had to stand in a group of people and point to the part of our body that we didn't like. So let's say you don't like your thighs. We're pointing there and they're going, ew, 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 and so really exaggerating and getting the individual to get a reality check that it wasn't that bad. It really isn't that bad. And so in your body, what do you love about your body? Shout it out, you guys. What do you love about your body?
Strong legs.
Strong legs, okay. Bob?
I ate too much yesterday, so I have too much in the belly today.
But do you love your belly?
I love the belly.
Exactly, because you want to love the part that you're so against, because this is pure Abraham. This is also science of mind. If you love the thing that you don't like, it's going to what? It's going to shift. Really. Okay, what else? What else? Yes. Your hands, beautiful. And I love my fingernails. Isn't that crazy? But people go, I love your fingernails. Your nails grow out without any effort. And I'm like, yeah, that is so cool, right? Your toes. Okay, what else? Another part of your body, yeah.
I love my belly area, which is trying to protect me from unwanted sexuality.
Well, you know what? So great. So I'm so happy you love your belly. Okay, what else? What do you love about your body?
My butt.
You love your tushy? You love your butt. I like it. It's good. Be like J-Lo. Love your butt. Okay. What was that? You like your whole rack?
Yes.
Okay, Roxy likes her rack. All right. And then what else? What else do you love about your body? What do you? Your ankles. Yes.
Beautiful ankles.
Oh my, see? I like this. Mwah, mwah. Okay, just right now, you just got to give yourself a little love, okay? A little love, baby. You got to love yourself. Okay, so that's the body, the face. What else do you need to love up?
My feet are really good at tap dancing.
Okay. Now, the third thing is, now I want you to get into this and embrace. You have an innate gift, and you have something that's unique to you. And I know that you know what it is. It's something that I'm really great at. Ta-da. What is that? And so I don't know. Oh, please. You know what? It's something that you do every day. It's something that people say, you're so good at that. Wow. And as I'm talking to this woman, and I'm thinking, I could create another business. And I know for me, I'm an entrepreneur. Lord have mercy. So what I created with her just in that talk, they're having trouble financially. I said, get online with our online classes. We'll give you a percentage. You guys promote it. And we would have more people, and we would connect two centers together. How cool is that? Because there's a need that was needed at that place because they don't have any classes. And there's a lot of people now that they do not want to get off their couch, okay? And I don't blame them, I don't either. So we're going to do another online class, and what's cool is that then we could hold up our cats, our dogs, and they all wave at everybody on the class. It's great. And we're sitting in, Bob's in his office, I'm on my couch, Denise is in her office, right? And it's great because then we could be comfortable. We don't have to drive there. We don't have to drive home. It's awesome. So that's why I thought, that way it's great because then we could get more individuals to come into the class. But that is also a great way for you to discover your unique gifts and talents and about what you contribute to the world. So I'm not going to let you off the hook. What is your unique gift or talent? What makes you special? And don't feel like, I can't promote myself. Let go of that. Diana.
I can visualize something and then put it on a white blank canvas.
So you're a beautiful painter, and I know we have her stuff. It's sitting in the hall, right now? Yeah. It's gorgeous. So go take a look at Diana's work. Okay, somebody else, you want to share? What's a gift that you have? Okay, well, you're smiling. Come on, Solly is. What's his gift, Barbara? You know it. Yeah, writing? Oh, yeah, screenplays. Woo. Okay, beautiful. Okay, what's another gift? Bob?
Troubleshooting, figuring things out.
Figuring things out. Okay, good. And then, Rox, what's yours?
Intuitive skills.
Intuitive skills. I was going to say that. And who else wants to share? Mark, what's yours? What's one of your gifts?
Creativity.
Yes, absolutely. You know what you really are? You're an incredible songwriter. And we're going to have to do that class again. That was so awesome. I still have that song, so we'll have to work it up. But he actually can teach you how to write a song, and you could do it in, what did we do, 2 hours? 3 hours? I think 2 hours, so it's really good. So that's a great way to expand your creativity. What else is your gift and talent? Because I want you to start embracing it and your unique individuality. What else, you guys? Karen, which one of yours? Dancing, beautiful. Denise?
Which one do I?
Well, just name them all. You've got 3 or 4.
I was told this morning that I get the great hug.
You do. Okay, and I have nicknamed Denise Earth Mama, okay? Because she's got a nice rack too, so it's good. All right, so then that way, you get embraced by the mom, the mother energy. It's beautiful, right? And the reason why I'm having you say this or express it out is that we tend to beat ourselves up a lot. So I'm sitting there yesterday, and then the mind starts going, meh, 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 And you know what? We all do that. Does anybody have any are you happy all the time? And you never have any negative thoughts going through you at all? Do you have any, do you only have happy thoughts? Or do you have some negativity in your life?
Cleaning it out.
You're cleaning it out. We're weeding it out. Well, I wanted to share, because I was watching Where Are They Now? Y'all remember who Mark Spitz is? Okay, he's still alive, and he's only like, I think, 63 right now. But I'm going to share his story with you, because he didn't know he had a unique gift and a talent. And what happened with him, he was swimming, and he started swimming, and then somebody saw that he could swim fairly fast. And so they said, hey, you may want to think about, going to the trials, for some of these swim meets. And so he started doing that. Then he started swimming more and more and more. Eventually, he was picked for the Olympic team, okay? And then you know that he won 7 gold medals, and it was very unique at that time. You know how many Michael Phelps earned at one time? He took home, total, but he took home 8, but he took home 18 gold medals and 22 total, 18 of them gold. And so Mark Spitz said about him that he was so happy that somebody else had beat his record because it had never been done before. And so now he's still, so what he's doing, he did that, and then he said, I'm just going to see if I'm any good at this. That's all he said before he got into the Olympics and did the Olympic trials. And then, they were doing the relay races for one of the medals, and he said, well, let me just see if I could have some fun and see what happens. Got the medal. So his whole thing was about having fun and having joy as he embraced his gift. So to this day, I think he's 63 right now. Oh, he's my age. And you know where he is right now? He is mentoring people at the Pasadena Rose Bowl pool. And so the kids that swim over there, because it's an Olympic-sized pool, and they have the kids training there. And so he mentors them, and I love it. And he also is, Rick and Bob, a motivational speaker to thousands of people. And he motivates them how to stay positive and how to move towards your goals. And so if you ever want to go meet him, go to the Pasadena Rose Bowl, all right, when they're swimming and doing their practices. Isn't that fabulous? So the reason why I was talking about that is that he was so unique, he embraced it, but he didn't know he had that gift at all. He didn't know it. So that's why I wanted to talk about that today with you, is to embrace what you have. You're like Karen, you're great at accounting. You're great at it. You're just fabulous, right? Besides being a dancer. And there's a lot of things that we can do. The other one that I wanted to share about is Carl Lewis. You remember Carl Lewis? Okay, you would know him, right? He was the track and field guy. So he, in 1997, retired. Carl Lewis was cool. He had like the flat top. Don't you remember Carl Lewis? He was an Olympic athlete. He was in track and field. And he won, and he got to go, and they made him Sportsman of the Century. That's how good he was at all the different things that he did in track and field. And they actually have in Houston a statue of him, and he's also a Nike ambassador. So he retired in 1997. How do you retire? So again, they're endorsing Nike, they're doing talks, they're doing all these things. But for you, what do you do out in the world that contributes to people? And I know you all do. And that's what I wanted to talk about, is to embrace yourself, to honor yourself, all your gifts and talents, and to really love yourself up. Because if you don't do it, who's going to do it? Nobody, right? So that is really what I wanted to share, and to have you look at that and be present to that. Because if you're not going to have those gifts expand. So in our divinity, Ernest Holmes talks about, we always have this divine urge and this wisdom coming through us. Ask yourself tonight when you go to sleep, if you don't know what your gift is, or you want another one to show up, as we did in the class, we asked in our dream time. So ask your high self to show you what your gifts and talents are, what are unique to you that you can bring out into the world. And as you do that, then you're going to expand into the world. You're going to have more joy, because as we do what our soul has brought us here to do, we feel fabulous, don't we? How many of you are doing what you love right now? Great. And how many would like to do something and maybe do something